Nick, the MR2 came home actually though. Like it actually
Yes,
is home. Mm-hmm.
it is home. It is in the garage. It came home and broke immediately as soon as it saw my house. Immediately. The little plastic pad that sits between the brake pedal and the switch broke, and my brake lights got stuck on. Didn't matter if the car was on or off or anything, so I got basically a pop clip, like something you'd use to hold a piece of plastic trim on, and I cut it down to the size I needed it and popped it between the pedal and the switch, so that's working again. If I ever want to get the proper part to put there, it's about $3.
Are you gonna bother
that
ordering it?
I don't know, probably not. Like, I'm happy with my little pop clip solution. Maybe I'll order one just to keep in case that breaks, but
Right.
it's not too hard to replace. You just sort of have to get on a weird angle because you have to go like under the dash, under where the steering wheel is, and
Right.
it's there. And the MR2 is like low, and it's got a small and kind of tight cabin. So
Yeah, we barely fit in there. So
yeah.
Okay,
So,
well, it would fuck you immediately, but
it would.
it doesn't love you if it doesn't fuck you immediately. That's the joys.
No, it holds me hostage.
Mm.
That car. Just paid off the credit card bill for paying off that. Man, I'm gonna not have to pay for a cell phone bill for like 8 months.
That's
with
the
all
only
with that cash back.
That's the only benefit there.
Yeah.
Expensive. Speaking of used cars that give you shit, so I had I've been selling my mom's old car for her. It's old Toyota Corolla, 2007 Toyota Corolla. Man, I'm reminded what it is like to sell things on Facebook Marketplace / Craigslist / Kijiji, whatever you want to call it. The caliber of human that like emerges from the swamp when you list a mildly desirable economy car.
Yeah.
Not great. Not great.
The best part is the cheaper the car is, the worse it gets.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. I listed it at $6,900 because it's like 180,000 kilometer 2007 Corolla. It's like it's gonna last forever, right? So
yeah,
I'm like, I've seen them with like double the mileage, and they still want like $5,000. So I'm like, this is reasonable, and if you can give me over like 5, then I'll probably just take it.
Yep.
Immediately out the gate, hey brother, 2,500, and this is as an Arab. It's Arabs, it's brown guys, Indian, Pakistani. We don't discriminate. It's those two groups of people. I had a guy. I have the recording. I don't want to play it because of privacy, but I'll play it for you off air. Let's call it, Nick, of a man getting really close to his thing, and instead of sending me a message, he sent me a voice note, and he went $4,000. Gosh, and I'm like, are you trying to seduce me? What the fuck is that? And then, like, also, I hate this thing. It's like cash. I'm like, that's the only way. I don't have a credit card machine. Do I look like I have a tie? What do they call it?
Yeah, your options are cash, or like we gotta go to the bank and they gotta wire that shit.
Deposit a check, maybe even. But like, those are the options. Like, I hate. He's like, what if I pay cash? I'm like, what were you gonna pay before? Like, that's the only option. It genuinely boggles the mind, right? Because you're just like, you can't be this stupid. So whatever. Finally ended up just like, we found some issues with the car, and we're like, oh, okay, we didn't know, but we took it to a mechanic to get it certified. There's some issues. We're like, relisted it for less and disclosed the issues. The buyers just picked it up. It's done, thank God. But like, the amount of people who will message you on a $7,000 car, $2,000, like, I'll come now, cash in hand. Like, I almost wanted to send them to the nearest strip club with their $2,000 cash in hand, but it's like,
I've sent people to just random places before.
Have you really?
I don't know if you do this, but like, anytime I sell something on like Kijiji or Marketplace or something, I have like a separate phone number and email that I use just for that.
No.
Like, it can't be traced back to me actually.
Hmm.
So, like, I will fuck with people that are wasting my time, and I'll send them to, like, somewhere in the sticks. Like, I've sent somebody to, like, an abandoned, burnt-out house once. Or, just had someone sit in like a grocery store parking lot for hours, and I just kept messaging him like, "Yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes."
I wish I was capable of being so maniacal. I just can't do it. But I do start fucking with them. I send the screenshots of just the guy being like, "Please give me good price, brother. You don't say nice price. Why you don't say nice price?" I'm like, "Because it's worth this much money, dude." I'm like, people are messaging me with higher offers, and I'm saying no. This is like, bro, $4,000. I'm like $6,000. He's like $4,200. I'm like, still $6,000. Like, it's not, it hasn't moved yet.
It's non-negotiable from 6, my friend.
And then at the end, he's like, "Send me your phone number and address," when I am already like, we're not making this deal. And I'm like, I ignored him. Send? I ignore him. "Don't you want to sell?" And I literally wrote back, I went, "Not to you." Like, I will push the car into the lake before I sell it to you.
One of my favorite things is when they agree to a sale price and then they show up and try and pull the like, "Oh, well, I only have this much on me," thinking that it's a smart negotiation tactic. The amount of people that have tried that, and I've just been like, "Well, I guess you're going home then," and they just don't know how to respond. They're just like, what? I guess I gotta go to the bank. I'm like, yeah, you probably do.
Yeah, you probably should.
Get to it.
Get hopping. I've never had that pulled on me, thankfully. I've heard stories of it, but like, I would just close the door. Like, I'm not. I can't be bothered with that level.
I
of
shut it
stupidity.
down immediately. It's like, oh well, go home then. Don't know what you want me to tell
I
you.
guess that's that. Like, it's always amazing too. It's like every buyer thinks they're doing you a favor. You know what I mean? It's like there aren't 17 other people exactly like you clamoring to buy this whatever I'm selling.
Yeah, it's like I'm not dying to sell this $6,000 car. I can live with or without it.
I can wait a couple weeks to get the price I want. It's not the end of the world. Like, look, I'm not saying that you shouldn't negotiate. I want to make that very clear. I'm just saying that, like, be fucking respectful. Like, if somebody's listed something at $6,900, don't offer $2,500. I'll show up now, cash in hand, because you might get sent to a burnt out building in the middle of nowhere by Nick.
Yeah. I usually try like -10 to maybe 15%.
Yeah.
Depending on how desperate the ad sounds.
I'll do
if
increments of 20.
Really desperate, you can maybe get away with 15.
I think I will generate. It kind of depends. If somebody lists something for $100, I will be like, hey, $80. Like, I think that's fair. But like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say. I don't understand people who offer. Like, one time I had a guy be like, no, $95, and I'm like, you want me to go find a 10 and a 5? Like, just say 100. That's more inconvenient for me to go break a 20 than it is for any of this shit. This doesn't make sense. So, I don't know. Like, one time I okay, somebody was one guy. We'll do this. We'll move on. But one time I sent a guy a message about a video card, and he had it for $80, and I'm like, oh, that's fairly cheap, but like, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be like 60. I'm like, I'll come get it right now. I understand that that's like a 25% difference, but I didn't say 40 or 30. And I understand if he would have been like, nah, like, he even said open to negotiation. So then he was like, no, and don't lowball me. And I'm like, what increment of money would you like me to, like, do you want me to say $75? That's not how, and I'm like, also, I don't understand this thing. If you feel like that offer is bad, then you come back. This is how it works. If you're listening, you'll know it was you. This is how it works. I say a number, and then you say a number. And then either we agree or we don't. Like, it's not just no. It's like, you don't want to, like, that's actually like you don't want to sell it. Like, you could have said 70, and I would have been like, okay, I would have bought it at 80, but you made it weird. Yeah,
I don't know. I've hit people with a no before, but usually it's like an egregious lowball. Like, I'll have something listed for $200 or $250, and they'll be like, I'll give you $100 or 110. It's just like, no.
I definitely have hit people.
I'm not
I hit
even
people
wasting my time with that negotiation.
100%. When the guy hit me with 2,500, I just wrote no. Like, it's that's 100%. But if he had said like $5,500, you know, on a 69,
well, I mean, that's why I feel like 10 to 15% is kind of safe. Because like, you had it listed for 69, 10 would have been around 63, 15 probably would have been around 5,800, $6,000 ish.
No, and that's
Like
fair.
that's a respectable amount below the asking price, but not so much as that you're just blatantly lowballing.
Well, you have to assume that people bake in like a contingency into what they're selling. Like I always do, you always do when you sell. You know that someone's gonna come
You'd be
lowball you.
surprised,
Or
the average person. They just post it at what they want.
really?
Yeah.
Huh. Sorry, I just assumed people had a brain, but that's fuck me, I guess. I don't know. My fault. My mistake.
You know the average car buyer.
I do. But yeah, so that car now is on its way. Which, you know, good car. But yeah, just time. Introducing a new member to the family. Not my car. I wish I was introducing another member to the car family, but anyway, we needed the space. So
Get you that LS swapped FC one day.
one day. I think FCs are gonna stay relatively cheap for a while. There's just made so many of them. They're just
They did, and people just don't like rotaries. I love rotaries. It's just people don't like they're strange and weird, and that keeps their prices down. Unless it's
Yeah.
an FD.
I mean, I'm into that. I'm into even then the FDs. I feel like if the rotary weirdness wasn't there, I feel like the FDs would be maybe double their price if people weren't so scared of them. You know, I feel like it could command double their prices.
Yeah, if the rotary weirdness wasn't there, they'd probably be similar price to like Mark IV Supras, NSXs.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe a bit cheaper, but
maybe a bit cheaper, but I think Mazda of that era is a very, you know, it has that essence, just like the Super does, just like I don't know, just like I was gonna say an MR2 does, but those prices are low too. They're a little weird, but they're not that weird.
they're parts bin specials. They were never really a Halo car.
Hmm.
They're literally just backwards Corollas.
Right. I mean, fair enough. Okay, so we talked about this. I wanted to do this for a couple weeks, but we just kept pushing it. We wanted to do it's almost like a would you rather, but for cars. And I wanted to get your thoughts on it of two relatively comparable vehicles, and we can have little discussions about them and just see where you land on it. I have a few listed here, and they're not all like, you know, like spicy goodness. Some of it is like, so I don't know, stuff you probably wouldn't expect me to list. But we can start. This is the tale as old as time. Nick, if I had to, and I want to be also additionally clear, no pricing. This is not about pricing. This is not what could I sell it for, even though I don't want to keep it. Just you got to drive the car. You know, it's going to go into the garage.
Let's do it straight up. Would you rather?
Straight up, would you rather? 2004 Evo 8 or a 2004 Blob I STI?
Ooh, oh, that's really fucking tough.
Tale as old as time, buddy.
You know what? I'd probably take the Blob.
Really? I'm surprised.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
You know why? Well, one, I think the Blob Eye is like by far the best looking STI generation ever made.
Right.
But the Evos only come with a 5-speed,
Do they?
which sucks on the highway. Yes.
Right. Okay, that's a good answer. I mean, hey, it's reasonable. You're living with it, right? So, like, totally reasonable.
It's like, honestly, like Evo versus STI, the 4G63 is by far the better engine, especially if you want to make power. The STI drivetrain is way better, 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
I'm sure Evo people like me for that, but
I'm sure that they would, but, you know. I'll weigh in on it very briefly because I think you're going to have more interesting opinions. But for me, I think the Evo, just purely on the fact that, like, I feel like there's fewer of them. And
they never came to Canada in that generation.
Right. So I feel like they're more, almost like, to me, it's more desirable. It's something I don't see all the time. I'm very visual. So for me.
Fruit.
Huh?
It's your forbidden fruit.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, like, honestly, it's one of the, you know how you have, I mean, you don't, but you know how most people have, like, glaring holes in their knowledge about stuff? I was not, like, until very recent, like, a couple years ago, that I did not know that the Evo didn't come to Canada. I was always like, I wonder why there's none of them up here, and it never clued in.
Yeah,
for
we
me.
literally only got the 10.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, for me, it's a little bit like I just think they look, the Blob Eye looks great. It is a fantastic looking car. For me, I think the Evo 8 just has a very specific look to it that I really like. They're both good looking. I think the Evo is just a little rarer.
You know, I love the Evo 8 just as something
100%.
that I had to live with every day. I'd rather have the Blob.
Right. No, I feel you. So I'm
and
with,
also the Evo 8 has that hood vent.
Yeah.
that if it rains or snows, just dumps water all over the engine.
True. Okay, I didn't know that part, but um, anyway, barring that, I don't know. I just like they're rare, and that's why I like them. But I think there's no wrong answer there. Let's be real. There's really no wrong answer.
Weekend only car, I'd probably take the Evo, but to live with
Right.
day to day, I'd rather have the Blob.
Fair. This is all. Let's do that. These are all to live with day to day, because I think that makes it because you can drive anything on the fucking weekend. There's no fucking boundaries, right?
Yeah, like it's easy. You could drive like a shitty 91 MR2 on the weekend, and it
Yeah,
would.
you could. The like its brake switch fails.
Yeah.
So okay, now we can go a little more exotic. So I'm following that 2004 rich theme here. 2004 Gallardo or 2004 360?
Ooh.
I checked up. Okay, I want to preface this. In my head it was the 360 and the Mercy, but it's definitely not. Pricing wise, the Mercy was almost double the 360.
No, the Mercy's always been more of like the big Ferrari V12 competitor. Like originally it was Countach versus Testarossa, or actually technically Countach versus 512 BBI,
right?
and then Testarossa, and then Ferrari started just doing front engine V12 cars and left the V8s to their mid-engine line. So eventually it was like Diablo and 550, and then Mercy and 575, and eventually the 599. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. Honestly,
I want to add one little thing. When we talked about the Evo and the STI, for similar for like hot like probably high 30s, you could get a really nice STI or a really nice like top of the what's out there, I would say. Stock, but like perfect. Yeah. Keep in mind, do one without worrying about the market condition, but I'd love to hear, because I feel like out there in the world, Gallardos are way more clapped than 360s. I think.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. So
you know what it was? The Gallardo took over like that Atlanta rapper scene.
Yeah.
And they just got fucking thrashed.
Yeah.
By
100%.
The 360 a little bit. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think anywhere near as much.
It's also just a more understated car compared to the Gallardo. I feel like the 360 looks like you golf. The Gallardo looks like you still participate in like bottle purchases at a nightclub.
You know what? The 2004 era was still when they were using the 5-liter V10 instead of the 5.2. If I had to drive it every day, I'd probably go Gallardo.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Is the 5.2 a problem V10 or something?
No, the 5-liter is just, it's a little more Italian and characterful.
Ah, okay. It did before it became very German. So
yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
It's still quite German. It's just it's still got a little bit of espresso left in it.
Right. Okay, so that's without worrying about market condition. But like if you had to include the fact that I don't know if you agree with me, if you include market condition, in my mind 360s are slightly nicer than Gallardos in the same price bracket.
Yeah, I feel like it, but I mean, if we're not taking price into account here, we're probably just assuming we're getting a decent quality car. Like I'm not. If I were shopping for a 360 or Gallardo, I wouldn't really go out shopping for trash.
No, that's a good point. Actually, it does contradict what I just said, so don't worry about it. But just as a comment, I really think the Gallardos are far more thrashed out there than the 360s.
I'd agree.
Yeah, I think the Lamborghini name carries it's a younger feeling brand than Ferrari. Ferrari is a fuddy-duddy brand for sure. So.
Yeah, and like I love the 360. Again, it comes down to like if I had to live with it every day, the Gallardo is just a bit nicer on the inside, and it's got all-wheel drive, and it's just a bit easier to live with. The 360 is sort of much more of just a weekend car.
I agree. Okay, well that's perfect segue into the most boring vehicles you can decide from. 2011, so the least characterful possible. 2011 Honda Civic, just the basest of the base, or a 2011 Toyota Corolla, the basest of the base.
Civic.
Really? Not even a thought.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thought. Base of the base Civic still comes with a K series.
There it is. And if they had to both be automatic, still
Civic.
Fair. Wow. Yep. Easy. Okay. I thought that would be a more I thought we would deliberate more on that, but yeah, I think I'd agree with you. I think they still look good too. I think the 2011 is the first generation or the first year for that when they like jumped up to the next generation, or is it 2012?
I think it might be 2012.
Okay, well, either way, I'm sure same thing. Excuse me. I think either way, like, just going to be the same answer regardless if it's 1 year, if it's the new model or not. So,
But they were all still powered by K's back then.
Exactly.
So yeah, Civic by far for me.
okay, yeah, I was going to say the 2012 Civic Coupe, I think, is actually a very good, like a decent, very decent looking, like personal coupe, let's call it.
Yeah, they look decent. All the Corollas from that era were just kind of fucking boring ass old people cars.
Yeah.
They were great. Like they're dead nuts reliable. They're just boring as shit.
Yeah, that's completely true. I thought it would take longer. All right, no problem. We're going to move on. I don't have a specific year for this, but let's call it like 2010 BMW 750i or a 2010 Mercedes S-Class.
Ooh. S-Class.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the logic behind it?
They look more villainous.
I agree with you. I think you're absolutely correct. They'd have to be black, 100%, right?
Oh, 100%. They're
100%.
like they're both going to be a nightmare to maintain.
100%
But
as well.
if I'm going to have to deal with it, I'd rather have the one that looks more villainous.
No, I agree with you. I think I'm on the same fucking brain train with you there, as they might call it. S-Class is just a better car. I don't know. Okay, maybe this will give you a little bit more of a fucking stump.
Okay.
I'm hoping that we can have more of a discussion about it. I don't want to just like power through this, but 2016 Focus RS. So that would be the first year. I think that's the first year for it. Or a 2016 Audi RS3. Now they're both 5 pots, right?
No, the Focus was a 4.
I thought that the Focus RS was the like a 5.
Previous generation was a 5-pot.
Oh fuck my
like
ass!
that was like early 2010s.
Who
Or,
told me that it
late
was a
2000s,
5?
Early 2010s. Yeah, no, the 2016 to 2018 used the 2.3 liter EcoBoost, same engine that they used in the EcoBoost Mustang.
Somebody gave me bad info. I remember somebody saying it and me being like, "No, it's not," and they're like, "No, it is," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
They did do a 5-cylinder Focus RS, just it never came to North America.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah,
Well,
it was a Volvo engine in it, actually. It was a Volvo 5-pot.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's annoying.
I don't know if you remember, they reviewed it on Top Gear once.
Yeah, I do remember.
I think it was like that orange one.
I thought that they continued it, and so that like recollection in my head of, oh yeah, I guess they are.
Yeah, no, that one was strictly European market, I think.
That's a shame.
But I mean, it's not that the 2016 got a bad engine. I mean, the 2.3 EcoBoost was decent. It did have some issues with head gasket failures at the beginning.
Didn't they not tighten the head bolts down all the way or
something?
something? Oh no, they used the wrong head gasket in the factories. That's
I think
what it was.
They used like the Mustang head gasket instead of the Focus one. I honestly don't know.
I think it makes more boost and it like blew the head off stuff, I think.
I honestly have no idea.
Something like
honestly
that.
though, I'd probably go RS3.
Yeah, I mean now it doesn't. I mean now it's not even a comparison.
I love the Focus RS. Honestly, there's not too many Ford products that I'd actually like to own, even though I like them at a distance.
Really?
Yeah. Like I mean, like the Focus RS at a distance. I don't think I'd ever. You know what it is for the Focus RS for me? I fucking hate the steering wheel, and I could never live having to look at that steering wheel every day.
That's the same way I feel about it. It's just that you step into the interior and you're like, am I in a Taurus? Like, what is this? So like, you know, you paid after dealer markup $70,000 for like a Ford Taurus interior. So
yeah, like it's not a performance inspired steering wheel, and I don't like the way their infotainment looks.
No, I don't like the way it's like recessed.
It looks like a Transformer's face, and I don't like it.
It looks like a Transformer's face.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I kind of see it. That's the worst Transformer. I mean, I don't know. To me, the only reason I set up that comparison, just because I thought it was also a 5-pot, but obviously not that generation.
Yeah, no, I'm just generally like I'd probably never own a Mustang GT. I'd own
Yeah.
a GT 350
Mm-hmm.
or 350R, never a GT. Yeah, like all honestly, the only Ford products I'd probably actually own are like all the weird shit, or like I like the Ford GT. I'd own a
Yeah.
GT.
Yeah, but
But
that's a
like I
bespoke
like the
product.
old like Escort RS Cosworth, like with the big fuck off wing in the back, that like
Right.
tri-post wing.
No, I fully agree with you. I just okay, well. Okay, should I step it down to an S3 then? But that doesn't change because your complaints are not engine based.
Yeah, I'd still probably take the
Yeah, that's
S3.
fine. Obviously, I
I do want
agree
to
with you,
say
but
I love the original Taurus SHO.
yeah,
Like the original show, I love it, and I love that it was faster than the Mustang.
I God, I think it's like a VinWiki video where the guy used to egg on Mustangs and be like, "Why would Ford make their Taurus faster than the Mustang?" And they would get into races and they would always lose. So that's fun to me. I do sorry, but I do agree that the interiors on the like that's the one thing because I've told you I've been looking around at Fiesta STs. That's the one thing with them is just like the steering wheel and the info like that's just like you got to touch that and you're just like you know what I mean,
Yeah,
like you just
it's one of those things where like if it's something that's outside the car, that's like a little unsightly. Sometimes I can live with it because I don't have to see it every
yeah.
single time. But like I have to look at the steering wheel and the infotainment. And if I don't like it, I don't. It could be the perfect car. Otherwise, I just don't want it.
No, that's how I feel about like for there was a time when I was uneducated and I was
Yeah,
like, "Oh, a Dodge Challenger would be cool, but I can't afford the ones with the newer interior." But the old wagon wheel was like the thing that stopped me from buying that piece of shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm just like, mm-mm.
yeah. My favorite one is the Scion TC.
Right?
It looks like a decent sort of like, yeah, it's a fun sort of everyday car that looks kind of sporty. And then you open the door and they're just like these big fucking squares, and I could never live with that.
No, it yeah. I don't understand. I've never understood like if you have ever wondered why Scion failed as a brand, get into one other than the FRS because it's not really a Scion, but like get into one and you'll know exactly fucking why.
Yeah, it's
Disgusting.
just like the
I
TC just has way too much door for
yeah.
whatever that car is.
I I've it's really funny because from the outside you're like okay, but then yeah you get in you're like like it's pretty bad. But they did come in that really nice. I think they came in that really nice blue, and
Yeah,
there
they
was
did
a
come in nice.
while where
Scion
I
did
was like
have fun colors. Like a lot of them came in like blues and oranges. Like I honestly love lava on the FRS.
yeah, lava's great, or as the government dictates, brown.
Yes.
Yep, brown Toyota.
Yes.
So okay, well we can move on from that. That was a huge failure. We can move on. Okay, I here's one for you. New generation, right? Civic Si or
Like current gen?
like yeah, let's do current gen. Current gen Civic
Okay.
Si or current gen Jetta GLI. Can you still get a
Jetta
manual
GLI.
with a new GLI?
I don't know, but I'd take the Jetta GLI.
Really?
Yeah. EA 888, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It is just a fucking Golf
The
but
new
a
honestly,
sedan.
the new Civic Si, like it's not that
It's
it's
not
not
all
what the
that.
Civic Si used to be, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like the turbo motor that they use in the new Si is like it just feels like yeah, it makes I guess kind of good numbers, but like it's just kind of boring to use.
No, I can see that.
Like the SI used to be like you got like a commuter car, but you got like a fun, happy rev it the fuck out to like 8,300 RPM engine, and that was sort of the whole. That was why
Be a
you got
little.
an SI or an SIR. It was like a
Mhm.
baby Type R. The new SI really isn't like a baby Type R.
No, it like it's also
It's like a
visually
spicy
shit.
Civic, not a baby Type R.
No, it exactly. I mean, the GLI is just it's a GTI but a sedan. So
Yeah, like the GLI is just a spicy Jetta, but like the engine and transmission and drivetrain combo that you get is a lot better than the Honda offering. I
No,
think.
that's completely fair.
I
Yeah,
honestly, I really think Honda's fallen off a lot since like the early 2010s.
no, I agree with you. I mean, I've always been of that opinion. Like, I think the last good Honda, like, it ended when they started, like, it ended when they started selling like turboed engines, like,
Yeah,
as standard. Like 2015 was the last good year to buy. If you're gonna buy a Honda and you're a normal person, buy like a nice 2015 Civic. Best car. You're gonna have no problems.
once they got rid of like the NA engines and like the V6 and the Accord, it was kind of just slowly
Yeah.
downhill, in my opinion, anyways.
Then I think
Although
I'm more.
I do like, I
Mm,
love the Acura Integra Type S.
yeah.
I think it's a great car.
No, it is like, I think the Type R is a great car too. I just would not ever pay that dealer markup for that. It doesn't make sense. Like,
Well, I don't like the FK8 Type R. Hate the FK8. The
we
FL5 is fine.
I'm on the fence. I like, on a lot of ways I do dislike how the FK8 looks. Like, I think it's like we've talked about. It's, I don't know if we've talked about it on here, but it's like Gundam vomit. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
And
I don't like that personally.
no, and that's fair. I think if I owned it, I would probably be less bothered because I'm driving it, and then it's a good driving car, and I get it. It's like a
Yeah,
very
because
similar
like
car to the FL5.
you don't have to look at it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that old Top Gear bit when you're inside of a, what the hell was it? Not a Macan. What's the
The
ugly
Panamera.
Panamera? Yeah, it's so ugly. Uh, then you don't have to look at it, so it's fine. But like, it's the same thing here. Like, I don't think it's inherently like ugly, but it is not good looking, is what I would say.
No, it's I'm not. The word isn't jarring. It's, I don't know. It'll come to me when it's no longer relevant.
Right. Well, fair enough. I just think that, I think for what it is, like, for the price you can get it now too, I'm kind of opening up. I don't think I'd ever own one, but I'm kind of a bit more on the way of like, okay, like, it's probably a good car to own. But like, the idea that it's like not too dissimilar from the FL5, like, there are improvements, I'm sure, but like, not double the price improvements on the FL5. And the FL5 is a fine looking car, but they went too far the opposite direction. Now it's fucking boring. So,
See, I think the FL5 is a lot better looking. Like, I think of the two of them, the FL5 is going to age very well.
no, I agree with you. I just think that it's a bit underplayed. I think the back of the FL5, that I think is like serviceable is the word. It's not ugly, but it's just, there's nothing to it. It is the back of a normal Civic. Like, nothing to it. But like, the front, I agree, like, the front looks good. I like, you can see the fucking, is that the intake or just a rad? I don't know if it has a fucking intake on the front, or like
No,
a,
it's intercooled. That's
it's
the
intercooler.
intercooler
Okay,
up
yeah.
front. Yeah.
Like, you can see all that. Like, yeah, that's nice. But like, from the back, it's just your mom's Civic. Does nothing for me. So, I think the Type S. I think we both agree we'd rather own the Type S.
Yeah, like if I were shopping for both of them, I'd just go with the Type S because it's better on
It's
the road
better.
where
There's
I
no
use it
markup. It's
every day.
available. Just no reason to
I think
not
it
own
kind
a
of looks
Type
better
S.
too.
I think it looks better fully. You get it with gold wheels from the factory. If you're considering, buy the Type S and get the gold wheels from factory. Hell yeah. You can even get it in gold. Like, that's a sick color, man. I don't know what people are talking
Oh,
about.
it comes in a really nice blue
Yeah,
too.
all the colors on it actually are great. Anyway, that's our opinions. All right, we can move on to the next one. You say your Jetta GLI the whole way. Do you think a more accurate comparison would have been the Accord with the like detuned Type R engine?
Mm, I don't know, because I actually don't know how big the Jetta and the Accord are.
We could find out.
Um, maybe because actually no, because I think the Accord is more of like a Passat competitor.
Right. Probably. Probably correct.
So no, I don't think that would be a more like a better or more accurate comparison. Although even in that case, I think I'd still probably rather the GLI.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like even though the Type R gets like, or not the Type R, even though the Accord, like the higher trim ones, get like a baby Type R engine, I think the whole package that you get in the GLI is still better. Because in the Accord you get like the baby Type R engine, but it's bolted up to like a boring automatic transmission. At least with the GLI, you can get. I don't know if they come in manual anymore, but at least you get a DSG.
yeah. No, I don't think they come in manual anymore either. But yeah, you do get a DSG. So not bad. All right. Well, I have one more for you. I think this one is a more realistic comparison. I'm thinking ND2 MX5, so the new, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or an S2000, like an AP1 S2000, like an OK1, not like the most desirable thing in the world, but it's never going to depreciate. But the ND2 MX5s, I think they're going to hold pretty good value, and I think we're seeing the end of the combustion era with MX5s probably. If it's not this generation, it's the next generation's the last one. And the ND2, I know people have been hailing it as like the best MX5. And I know you've driven an ND1?
I've driven ND1.
And have you driven an S2000?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
That's really tough.
Because on one hand, you have the clout of the S2000, right? Which is a little bit alluring. People like it. They love to see it. They get excited about it. But I know you, and you're not very clout driven. You're not very like what other people think of your purchases driven. It's about your experience driving the vehicle. So
I think like the S2000 I think is more fun and engaging to drive.
okay.
Its steering is a little dead, but that can be fixed with alignment settings and better wheels and tires. It's really tough because like the S2000 is more fun, but like the ND2 is a much nicer place to be.
Right.
And like it's not that it's boring, like it's still fun, but like the interior is a lot nicer, and it's like does the fun factor of an AP1 outweigh that?
I mean, it's a good question. Like again, dollars to dollars, and I feel like if we'd said RF, like with the metal, it would have gone to that one. But we're not. We're saying straight convertible, normal ND2. I want to make that clear to the viewer and to you because I think the RF is like the best MX5 that's ever MX5'd. Like just to me, as someone who's never owned an MX5, those are my opinions. But I don't know, because that would be an unfair advantage. Then you can drive it in the winter without dealing with the soft top. It's already like a lock,
Yeah, no, this is a tough one for me.
Would that change if I said AP2?
No, I actually like the AP1s more than the AP2.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm very like the big differences between AP1 and AP2 were they went from a 2-liter to a 2.2. So they lowered the red line from 9 to like 8,200 and you got a little more torque down low. And then they made the suspension more forgiving because a lot of people complained about like snap oversteer issues with the AP1, but like that's a skill issue. Honda just made it safer so people will stop crashing their car. Toyota did the same thing with the MR2 when they did the suspension refresh for the 93s.
Really?
Everybody who actually like drives the cars fast or races them would rather have the 91 to 92 suspension.
So you would very much rather have the AP1 then?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'd probably take the S2000 in this case.
Really?
Yeah. I think I would. It would suck not having the heated seats, but I feel like I can live without that, and I could probably figure out a head unit solution to get like Bluetooth and some sort of CarPlay and Android Auto going.
Yeah, you could definitely handle that. I don't think it's just the overall feel of the car. Do you feel like Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, like assuming it was also going to be like my only car.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd appreciate the specialness of having, you know, the extra 1500 RPM over where the ND2 redlines
Right. I think that's fair.
when I wanted it. Because like, I, when you're not driving them as intended, they both kind of feel sort of boring and pedestrian.
Right.
So I feel like I'd rather just have something that feels a little more fun or special when I wanted it to.
No, I think that's a completely fair assessment. I wouldn't imagine it's not. Okay, I've got one more for you. And I think this is we'll end on this because it's more of a which bad car would you rather have? You're not binding Maserati Ghibli? Sorry, not yes, Ghibli. Yes, Ghibli. I got confused for a second there.
Special.
The real estate, like, sell you their mother's organ special.
Yep.
Or a newer Alfa Romeo Giulia. Because they're both bad cars. Like, they're fine, but they're not reliable.
I'm assuming when you say Giulia, you don't mean like a quad.
It's definitely not a quad. No, it's definitely not a quad. There's no world where it's a quad. And even then, the quads, I have said this before, I'll say it again, fucked up that I read the forums because I was considering one once, and they were like, yeah, no, they're reliable. They only replaced my engine once under warranty. Wild statements by the quad community. Amazing car. Literally,
it's just like BMW people like, oh yeah, the S65 is really reliable. Like, as long as you replace the rod bearings, it'll...
Yeah, as long as you...
that shouldn't be a regular maintenance item.
Just tear the bottom end open and replace the rod. It's no big deal. Like, idiots. But, yeah, so
like,
both unreliable.
I love those engines, but, like...
Yeah.
There's definitely some cope going on.
There's enormous cope.
I'd probably take the Giulia. I don't know if I could live with myself if I had a Maserati Ghibli.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. They both do very similar things. They project luxury they cannot offer.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I feel like the Giulia is a much nicer and more elegant looking car.
Really?
Like, I feel like the regular Giulia isn't something that people see and go, "Oh, he must
be a real piece of shit."
Own Section 8 housing or something.
No, I agree with you. I think the Giulia is
like, I feel like people probably look at the Giulia and they don't really know what it is, or they think it's some like high end.
Yeah, they just think
Toyota or Honda or something. Where like the Ghibli really carries a stigma with it.
No, I do agree. I will say also that Giulia comes in some very nice colors. Like, you can get some very lovely
green
colors
that it comes in.
I really like on the base.
That, like,
I don't know if does that come on the base?
I think you can get it on the base.
I don't know if you can.
Yeah. It might either way, like, it comes in like a really nice, it's not like a navy blue, but it's like a really dark, deep blue. It's almost black unless there's light hitting it, and like the pearl comes out.
I know the base comes in a gold. The gold,
like, they all come in that like Alfa Romeo red, which is
that's a lovely color too.
One of my favorite reds.
Yeah. So basically, I think I'd agree with you. I think I just couldn't be caught dead driving a Ghibli. I just no. I think I respect myself too much.
Yeah, even the base Giulias, like, they come with the V6 that makes a decent amount of power.
No, I think it's a 2-liter turbo.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. I thought you could opt them with a V6 and some of like the
maybe, but basest of the base. Like,
either way, like, they have enough.
You know what I like is that you can get a spec of the Giulia, like the base Giulia, that's called the Alfa Romeo Gia Veloce, and it's just like, you got no right like carrying such a fucking name. Veloce. That's like Nissan and SV, but it stands for standard value. Like, you fucking loser. Unbelievable. That company is in tatters, bro.
Pulling that word right off the Lamborghini.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know, every subprime credit person is like, oh, it's an SV, bro, like a Lambo. Yeah. Like the Gallardo that got trashed that we're buying off them. Oh man.
I mean, it would kind of be really funny to see a Sentra with like the SVJ decals.
I think I've seen a picture of it online. I'm fairly convinced. 100%. Oh my god. No, I've seen some garbage though just now. I'm gonna send it to you. But I would love the idea of people wrapping their like pedestrian cars in like skulls and like shit like this. Oh, just the best. Nothing will ever be better than the
I love that. You get a
eye
lot.
claws.
Honestly, you get a lot of that around where I live, or like Brantford.
Really?
Oh yeah, a lot of pedestrian cars with like skulls or flames or shit.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh man.
Those are like the white people mods.
It's just a sticker
Like
pack.
the closer to Brampton you get like the AK-47 and the
Right.
Haryana and all of that.
Yeah.
The closer to like Brantford, it's like skulls and flames and
Yeah, it's
tribal decals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bone shaker. Yeah. Oh god.
lots of chrome,
Lots of chrome. Tons of chrome.
lots of stick on chrome.
I think that's one thing that I have trouble with older cars, just the amount of chrome. I can't deal with the amount of chrome on older vehicles. It just disgusts me.
The amount of fake peel off chrome.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that's basically all I had on my end, but I did want to share one little story to make you laugh, and then we can end. As I was driving on the weekend, headed over on the 427 going south towards the QEW, just setting the scene. And I saw I got his license plate, and I feel like I shouldn't say it on here, but I'll tell the story first. It was basically, I saw a vision of a 335i, about a 2008 era. I don't know what the specific designation on that one is. 2008-9 335i, in the right lane. Sorry?
Those would be the E90s.
E90, yeah, E90, so 335i, and he was in front of me, and he was like, I could tell, he was like, the car wasn't moving, but you could hear noise, and I went, that's weird, and then suddenly, whew, a plume of blue smoke coming out of his exhaust, just shitting blue smoke, and I'm like,
Classic N54 burning oil.
yeah, I mean, it just started, and you could tell his face, he was like, and he just kept trying to push it, and it just kept like billowing smoke out of the back. I'm like, oh shit, it broke, like it's over, dude. And dude, and that's funny. No, I will share. The plate did mention that it was an N54. Let's just leave it at that. I won't say the whole plate, but it did mention N54, and I'm like, not a thing to claim, man. Really not a thing to claim. It's like the people on the internet that are like, yeah, B58, you know, BMW said it's an M, bro, which means that my M340i is an M, bro.
It's
unbelievable.
I actually had my first BMW moment coming back from when I was driving home from Muskoka on the weekend. I was coming down the 400 back towards Toronto,
towards civilization,
and I think I had just passed a construction zone, or I was in a construction zone. You know, when they kind of like scrape the top layer of asphalt off, and it gets really sort of vibraty and then fucking annoying to drive over, like echoes in the cabin. Anyways, I was driving through it, and I just randomly got a chassis function limited, please call your dealer error on the dash. Which, like, normally, and after looking into it, normally that's related to the headlight level sensors, like if they break or something. Right. So like I drove home. Car still drove fine. I drove home. I shut it off. I went to go like scan it, and when I turned it back on, the code was gone, and it hasn't come back since.
The exact same thing happened to me 2 weeks ago. I was driving home from a family function, and I had I was taking like a U-turn. I went the wrong way. I took a U-turn, and then all of a sudden I get a bring on my fucking dash, and it says EPS, and I was like, what does that mean? And I Google it, or EPC, one or the other, EPC, and then it was like, oh, this is like worse than a check engine light. Like, pull the car over now, and I'm like, oh, so I didn't do that. So I drove all the way home because I went, if I'm going to shut the car off and they're like, it's an electrical failure, something is wrong, right? It could be a headlight sensor. It could be, it's all fucked. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, great. So I drove all the way home before I turned the car off. I made it there just fine. It was clearly limping. It was not, there was no power. Like it was just
Yeah.
going. I pull in the driveway. I shut the car off. I turn the car back on. The light's gone. So
Yeah,
my
that's basically what it was. I was getting ready to go
yeah.
scan the code and be like, I probably gonna have to buy a headlight leveler because it's literally on the Supras. It's just like a plastic bracket. They literally break all the time if you like
Oh my god.
strap the car down to a dyno or if you like grab the wrong part when you're putting in the springs. Like when I was doing my lowering springs, I was like really careful to not like stress or bend these or like try and accidentally break them in any way.
Oh my god, yeah.
So my best guess is driving over like the rough construction area annoyed the sensor
Mm-hmm.
in some way that it thought there was a problem, and
Right.
yeah, it just went
I
away.
mean, it makes sense. It's having trouble leveling, right? So it's like, it's fucked. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean that's all I can. That's the only thing I can think of, unless I don't know. We both had a German car moment then.
Mm-hmm. With mine, it was saying that there was a fault, like specifically with the engine start-stop function, and I'm starting to think that maybe because it's still on its original battery, maybe the battery just had a low voltage moment or something because it's sort of on its way out. Because I've also read that it could happen.
No, that's like with German cars, especially the way I don't know. I think Volkswagen does it the same way, but like the alternator output changes as the battery ages to keep it charged more, which is why you got to reset the battery thing every time you change the battery.
You put in the amperage and everything when you do that,
Exactly.
right?
So like as batteries get older and start to die, it's pretty common for like weird stuff like that to start happening. And I think most Supra people replace theirs around the 5-year mark. Mine would be at the 2-year currently. 2, 3.
Yeah, you're still good. I think you're 3 now. I think.
Yeah, this is 3rd year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still got technically 2 years to go, but yeah, this is just first BMW moment.
I think I'm probably gonna wait until fall to replace mine, but I think I will be doing it shortly because I'm just having that happen. I don't really want it to be like, oh, it's fucked completely.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, fuck. Yeah, that's just my worry. I don't want to end up stranded. Like with the FRS, I did get stranded. You know, when that battery like went fully kaput, so I don't want to end up in that situation. So probably in the next couple of months, I'll look into grabbing it. It's just a matter of going to Costco and getting another battery. Or what is you said Walmart has the best warranty.
Walmart's
right now, right?
got the best warranties right now.
Right. So whatever,
On their
either or.
start. Honestly, like at the end of the day, they're both just going to be a big, heavy fuck off battery.
Yeah, it's the same.
I'm sure Costco's warranty, if you ever needed to, would probably be easier to claim because Costco just lets you return anything, but Walmart technically has the better warranty.
Right. Well, I'll probably just end up doing that, but I'm not that picky, so I just want it to function and not have a problem. So that's where we're at. But I think that's a good place to stop. So that was our would you rather or either or like this or that, I guess is what they call it. I think we agreed on most things, so I feel like that's pretty good. I think that's good advice too. If you're looking at like with the Civic thing, yeah, they're all K24. They're gonna be way more fun than a Corolla.
Yeah.
So basically, we did give you buying advice. Isn't that nice?
Yeah. Good solid advice for once.
For once, yeah, exactly.
For once.
We're not here next week, so we're out next week, and then we'll be back, and we'll have more fun. Follow us on Instagram. We posted a photo of Nick's car arriving home. That was that before or after the brake?
That was after I fixed the brake light thing.
He didn't mention it to me when he posted the photo. This is the first I'm hearing of it. So
yeah, I honestly I thought I did. I completely forgot, but yes, it brought it home from getting it fixed, and it broke immediately.
So, but yeah, follow us on Instagram, Curbrash YT, and I don't know. We want to keep doing fun stuff. Maybe we'll try doing one-off videos at some point in the future that aren't podcasts. But yeah, we'll see. But till next time, have fun, go out, have a drive, enjoy your summers. Don't let it get wasted.
Good advice.